Lane Hutson is spectacular. Like, the kid is unreal, man. Like, his compete level, what he does with the puck, his vision, the way he just controls games, it's unreal, man. Welcome to episode 21 of the Barely Onside Podcast with your hosts, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
Are you?
Good day today. A little tired, but
well,
it
is 11:30 your time out there in Ottawa.
That's right.
The beautiful
you know what it was?
capital.
You know what it was? It was last night. Montreal played Utah last night, and I also had floor hockey last night at 9:30. So I got home around 11 o'clock, showered, put the game on, watched the game. By the time I got to bed, it was like almost 2 o'clock, and then up at up at 7 with the kids, and so here we are. And I know tonight's gonna be another late night, but whatever. I'm gonna make it work. I'll be fine. How's the family doing, man?
Family's pretty good, man. Family's good. My mother came up today. Everyone's Gucci, man. Can't complain.
And she's coming up from Medicine Hat. That's right.
Medicine Hat, man. Yeah.
Medicine Hat. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad she got there safe.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, can't complain. You know, that's it. Life is good. I can't complain. Work's good. Life's good.
Kids are good.
Wife's good, man.
That's
Life
good,
is
man.
good. Yeah, how's your family, man?
Family's good. Everyone's healthy finally, so everything's good on that front. Everybody's back in school. Everything's just kind of back to normal, which is really nice. It gives me a little peace, a little time to think, and a little time to myself. So it's all good, man. Like I said, I had floor hockey last night, and I don't know if you can notice, but my eye, I'll take my glasses off.
Yeah, didn't you get speared by a girl?
I got elbowed in the eye.
That's hilarious.
Now it's you can tell it's a little bruised, man. And like, she didn't even seem to care.
She gave you the Gordy. Eh?
I'm like, oh, I'm okay. But she just like looked at me and moved on. I was like, you just elbowed me in the eye.
Man.
But she didn't seem to care. I'm fine. I got a little bit of a black eye. That's fine. No problem. No big deal.
Hey, man. It's all about equality, John. You got to get her back. You know, take one, give one.
That's true. I should have taken out her knees or something, or just like
give her a little
slashed her on the wrist.
Absolutely.
Both of the other girl too. There's two girls on that team who were pretty physical. The elbow.
Good.
Then I got a slash to the thumb, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? She's like, sorry about that. I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. I mean, she's like, you should wear some gloves. I was like, you should just not slash me.
Hey, it's hockey, man.
This
isn't soccer, John.
You know what? I used to wear the gloves.
You wear them.
But I found, like, in the summer, I gave up the gloves because we didn't have AC and it was too hot. And I was like, so much better. Because I was wearing, like, pants and shin pads and gloves just to be prepared. And then it's just, like, way too hot. So I dropped the pants, dropped the gloves, and it was much nicer. So now I'm used to it and whatever. I don't mind getting hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't like the elbow to the eye, though. But whatever, man.
I don't know. I remember when I played in the Super League for ball hockey. That was more intense than ice hockey. It was a whole new level. Like, we had shin pads, like kind of like it's almost like the kickboxing shin pads and soccer shin pads, and then you wear gloves. And dude, in the barn, it gets so hot. It's summertime. You got a jersey on. You're leaking. Just leaking. And I remember I used to do kickboxing before and then ball hockey after. And I look back, I'm like, how did I do that? Like, just to be that athletic. And I was under 200 pounds then, which, you know, probably
helps.
like 180, 190. Yeah, of course, right? But man, that's hard. Like floor hockey, ball hockey, it's so much running. That's awesome. So good for you.
Speaking of those high kicks, man, I remember working at Shark Club with you, and that was your thing, man. You would just come up with those high kicks, just like right to the face.
Yeah. Split. I could do the splits, man. Yeah, still got it.
Oh God, that's awesome. You can still do that. That's funny, man.
Still do it. Oh yeah.
That was good times, man. Man, you were just looking at that picture you sent me tonight, man. Man, you looked young, lean and
crisp.
Young, man.
I know.
Holy, what a time, man. What a time.
Can't dwell in the past, John. Can't dwell in the past. Yeah.
No, you can't. So, dude, man. So, Marley, I have to just tell you a quick story about Marley. Marley, in case this is your first time listening, I have a 2-year-old daughter named Marley and a 5-year-old named Lexi. Marley's like starting to talk, right? Like she's got her little, there you go, daddy. She can say a few words and a couple sentences here and there. But like, I obviously love hockey and I want her to love hockey too. So I like when she sees hockey, she'll be like, hockey, hockey. And I'm like, Marley, go Habs, go. And then she starts it. She goes, go Habs, go Habs, go. And like, so she started using that phrase a lot. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So anyways, one night I was put her to bed and like, it's like 15 minutes later and I think she's sleeping, whatever. But I'm just like walking around and all of a sudden I just hear like, Dada, go Habs, go Habs, go from inside the crib. And I'm just like, oh, that is the cutest thing ever. It was so sweet, man. I just loved it. She didn't call for me after that, but it was just like, Daddy, just because she knew that I loved when she said it. Daddy, go Habs, go Habs, go. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be a fan. You're gonna be my little hockey buddy because Lexi's not. She just straight up tells me, I don't like hockey. Hockey's boring. I'm like, it's not. You just don't understand it.
You're grounded.
Yeah, you're grounded. Get to your bed.
Yeah, I remember back a couple years back when Everly was trying to talk. I mean, she could talk, and she'd be up in the loft over the railing, and she can see him watching hockey, and I'm eating popcorn. It's like 9 o'clock, way past her bedtime. And she's like, Opcorn hockey? Opcorn hockey? I'm like, get down here, you little schmoo. Okay. You got my heart. Opcorn hockey? Opcorn? I'm like, yep. And then the wife sees it and she's like, wow, that's adorable. So she stayed up till 10 o'clock.
Watching the game, eating
popcorn hockey. Popcorn.
See?
That's pretty cute. Yeah.
Whatever it takes, man, to get them in front of the TV watching hockey. Whatever it takes. Dude, are you watching any good shows right now?
Yeah, I just finished Landman.
All of it?
Oh, yeah. We crushed 2 episodes yesterday, the season finale. And my God, man, such a cast, man. Yeah, Taylor Sheridan. The producer, the director, everything, man. He did such a fantastic job in Yellowstone. Then I watched Lioness. I'm like, this looks like his material. Sure as shit. He did that one as well. And then he did Landman. And, being from Alberta, working the oil field, drilling rigs, I can kind of respect all that, being that it's from Texas. And man, you got to watch it. It's probably better than Yellowstone. And I know you haven't watched Yellowstone.
No, I haven't.
But, dude, it is 10 out of 10. And I can't wait for season 2.
What's it on?
It's on Paramount.
Paramount. That's an app?
It's through Amazon.
Oh, so it's on Prime or no?
It's on Prime. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Paramount's another subscription that you have to get. It's like $10.
Okay.
But you know what? If you do $10 in a month and you guys manage your time, and I won't talk to you every night for hours, I'll try to leave you guys alone. You should be able to get some done. So,
yeah.
But you'll love it. Yeah, man. You got Demi Moore, Tommy. Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Tom Hanks?
No, what's the main actor? Oh my gosh, Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob.
And a few other good actors. I can't do any spoilers because there's some people that come into it. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good-looking ladies.
Okay.
So,
and you like those?
Of course.
You like the ladies? Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. Nice little Saturday.
Nice little Saturday.
I like you. Tommy,
dude,
like you.
You still haven't watched the Squid Game, eh? Squid Game 2?
No. If my wife watches it, I'll probably tag in. I just don't.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty good.
Dude, I'm obsessed. Absolutely obsessed with this stuff. I don't know what it is about these Asian game show killer kind of shows, man. But
they do it well, man.
Oh, they do. Like, they really do. Like, there's another one called Alice in Borderland. There's 2 seasons of that, and that takes place in Japan. Like, unreal, man. And there's another one on Netflix similar to those 2 shows. So I'm gonna watch that too. But I think I'm on episode 5, and it's just like I think there's only 7 episodes, and I'm like, I don't want to finish this yet because it's just so good.
Yeah, no, man, even China, Japan, and Korea, they've done some really good thriller / horror movies.
Oh, really?
Top notch. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of good shows.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. I'm just loving it.
So many options.
And with the kids back in school, like, I do get some time. But it's funny, though. Like, I have so many things to do in the day, like, with this podcast and TikTok and, like, returning my wife's clothes from Amazon or for Amazon purchases, sports check, going to get groceries, running to Costco, like
cleaning,
doing laundry, just doing getting supper ready. Like, I don't have a lot of time. Like, you would think that I'd have the entire day. It goes so fast that I'm just like, man, it's already 4:00. I gotta go now. And today, dude, sent you a video, went out and just did a little bit of skating, playing
a little ODR,
some dance, some hockey on my own. Yeah, it was good. It was a little fun. Sent you a little video of
it's good.
My skill set.
Yeah,
no big deal. Through the legs. I think at least I was going like half a mile per hour, so pretty good, pretty impressive, pretty impressive. But anyway, speaking of hockey, what a great segue. That was the best segue we've had. Speaking of hockey and ice and shooting pucks, let's do the Montreal Canadiens, man. The Montreal Canadiens have won 10 of their last 13 games. One of those losses came in OT, so extra good. Their latest win came last night against the Utah Hockey Club, 5-3. Goals, Kirby Dach, 2. Yes, Patrick Laine, 10. Even strength goal. Didn't score on the power play this time, so that's good. Mike Matheson with a freaking beauty, man. Beauty of a goal. Splits the D. Boom. Classic Mike Matheson, actually. And then Cole Caufield scored his 24th goal of the season, which is crazy because I believe it's the most even strength goals scored by a player this season. I'm 100% sure, actually. And he's got 42 points in 43 games. Yeah, like with Patrick Laine playing in Caufield's spot on the power play. Caufield's not scoring on the power play anymore at all. But like his production has not been impacted whatsoever. He's actually on pace for his best season of the year. His highest goal total is 28, which was last year. And, I mean, he's at 24, so he needs 4 more goals to reach 28. So he's going to break that no problem, barring, he gets injured or, so he's got to stay healthy. But, I mean, that should be fine. But, dude, man, like, I don't think people talk about Cole Caufield enough. Like, yes, 42 points, 43 games. He's becoming a point-per-game player.
That's good, man. That's great.
But, like, he's a gamer, man. Like, the kid is playing his heart out. He's buzzing. You can see him on the ice. Like, he's not one of those players. Like, maybe there was times early in his career where he was the shot. He was he would find open ice, things like that. But like now he's like getting to the hard parts of the ice. He's forechecking. He's hitting people. He's taking hits. Like he's a little gritty little player. So really happy to see this kid play well. And yeah, he's just going to shatter his goal record. And I mean, the fact that he wasn't, I don't know, man, like he didn't make the team USA for the Four Nations face-off. And I think that really like lit a fire under his butt, man.
Of course it did. Of course. Yeah.
He was pretty humble about the whole thing. When they asked him about it, he was like, it's just an honor to be even mentioned with these guys. But like deep down, I think he's beyond that in his career. He probably wanted to get
man.
Play, man.
And you never know. Someone could get injured and he might get called up, right? So I think it's a good attitude to have, that humble mentality. Because you never know. Everyone gets injured. And we're month out?
Yeah, about that.
I think.
Yeah.
So, a lot can happen, man. And what happens if a player starts shitting the bed the next 4 weeks? You might get taken off the
roster. I don't know
roster.
if they can do that. I don't think he can do that.
Of course they can. Of course they can.
You think so?
Why couldn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can't.
As a coach, I think you should be able. It's like a business, man. If you're not producing, you're going to find someone else who's producing, right? I think you should look at it that way. I think same with Canada, man. There's a few players like Scheifele. Why wasn't he on there? God. And a few other players, right? And some players are off to a slow start, right? But
though, Brock Nelson, excuse me. You're not going to be on the team this year. We decided that Cole Caufield's going to take your place. I don't think they don't do that. They can't do that. Has to be an injury.
Someone could just get hit by a car. You never know.
That does happen from time to time.
It's
All right. Before we get to that, but let's focus on one of my favorite players. I mean, he's he's pretty quickly becoming my favorite player. I mean, Doc, I'll always love Doc, especially when Doc's playing the way he is. But Lane Hutson, man, 3 more points last night, 3 assists, now has 35 points in 43 games. He becomes the 6th fastest rookie defenseman in NHL history and the 2nd fastest rookie in Canadiens history to record 30 assists. But much more than just the points, man, he controls the game. He is the game. Lane Hutson is spectacular. Like, the kid is unreal, man. Like, his compete level, what he does with the puck, his vision, the way he just controls games, it's unreal, man. That Kirby Dach goal last night, like, he comes through the neutral zone and like right before the blue line, he carves back and makes it look like he's going back towards his blue line. And then like everybody just shifts and then boom, shifts back.
Breaks ankles.
Breaks ankles. You have Kirby Dach coming, just flying down the wing. Fucking perfect pass right to the tape. Kirby Dach takes it, goes through a couple defensemen, dekes the goalie. Boom. Montreal scores. I think that was the 4-3 goal. And then I think Kirby Dach, or was it? Yeah. Or maybe it was a 3-2 goal. And then whatever it was. But Lane Hutson has become like God in this town. Much like, I don't think there's any more popular. There's going to be no more popular player than Lane Hutson.
And he's playing big minutes, man. 22 minutes average. Like, the kid's 20 years old. And, I think he's going to be the best defenseman that the Habs ever seen, right? So
imagine, man.
Excited for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, he does lead all rookies in points. More than Michkov and Macklin Celebrini and Matvei Michkov both have 31. Matvei's slowed down a little bit, obviously, in terms of production. Macklin, I think he's still pretty close to a point per game, but hopefully he slows down a little bit so Lane Hutson is, becomes the clear front runner for Rookie of the Year. But we'll see about that. Anyways, like 3 great players. Really, really going well. And like you said, okay, best Canadiens D-man of all time. I don't know. He could be. You never know.
I think he's gonna be. Who's the best D that you guys have ever had?
There's so many.
Yeah, but like points.
You got to think of Craig Rivet. I'm
just
joking. I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm just
kidding. I don't know.
No, like there's Larry Robinson. There's I think Serge Savard. Like there's some really good defensemen. But is he the best is Lane Hutson the best Canadiens defenseman of all time? I'm not there yet. We'll see about that. But is he a Hall of Famer? I think he's on his way.
Yeah, he keeps it up.
Yeah, I can hear my echo. Do you have the echo thing on or no?
I don't.
I keep hearing myself. That's okay. That should be fine. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. It's all good. You hear that, or is that just me?
I don't. I can't hear nothing.
It could just be me. That's all good, man. So yes, on a not so good note, this could be the end of Michael Pezzetta. He just had over 3 minutes of ice time last night. He replaced Emil Heineman, who, like you said before, was hit by a vehicle as a pedestrian in Utah prior to the game on Tuesday. I think he got hit by the car on Monday. I think I saw reports about him maybe having a broken wrist. They did say it was an upper body injury, so I don't think they confirmed that it was a broken wrist.
Yeah,
but
4 weeks. I think he's out.
Yeah. 3 to 4 weeks, so just under a month. Won't spend too much time on that, but obviously he was having a great year. So we're wishing him all the best. But as for Pezzetta, though, going forward, I don't see him playing another game as a Montreal Canadien. I mean, his first shift took a penalty last night in Utah and just pretty much rode the bench all the way through. So even when he's in the games, and he's played a few games because of Laine's injury, he plays 4 or 5 minutes a game. So I really think he's finished. I think they're going to call someone up, and I think you're going to move on from Pezzetta. What do you think, man? Can Pezzetta find another job?
Of course he can, man. I think he serves a role, There's every team needs that grinder, man. And I think he's like a Garnet Hathaway, I don't think
he's not that good.
No, but he could be, though. He hasn't played much this year, right? So he's going to be a little bit rusty, right? Yeah, I think any team like Chicago would do well with them. San Jose, add another guy there. Yeah, it's tough to say, but I think he'll serve a purpose somewhere. So
yeah, I feel bad for the guy. Obviously, me and you have been advocates for Pezzetta for a while now, right? And
I like his style of play is fun to watch, man. He'll do it all. He puts his life on the line. He's he's a guy that I think you can trust on the ice, that he's got your back at all times, right? So
yeah,
hopefully they get rid of him so he can play some hockey, right?
Yeah, and I mean, if that means they're going to waive him and put him back to the minors, so be it. I mean, he'll probably just want to play. The sad thing is, though, it's just like he comes in, takes a penalty, right? And like he's done that a couple times since being back, and like, but when you haven't played in like 30 some games, right?
It's tough.
And you're coming back, and like, the pressure's on. You haven't played. You're probably not in the best mindset. So like, yeah. So I mean, you can't really judge him based on these last few games because he's been rusty as hell. And I mean, so I'm hoping he just gets to play. And I think for his sake, I think going back to Laval and just, playing consistently there, I mean, it'd be good for him. But you never know. So maybe someone picks him up on waivers. If they do that, I don't know what they're going to do. I believe it's his last game with the Montreal Canadiens. I could be wrong. I mean, he could be in the lineup tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway,
I hope he is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll feel like an idiot because I kind of put it out there on TikTok that he's probably played his last game as a Montreal Canadien. But yeah, I mean, I'm not always going to be right in my opinion. So anyways, so let's move on from the Montreal Canadiens. That was fun. Montreal's rolling, loving it. Can't wait for them to just keep climbing up. They play Dallas tomorrow night. Leafs on Saturday, Rangers on Sunday. So it's going to be a good week. Very, very, very excited. But yeah, man, let's get into your Philadelphia Flyers, man, who have been better as of late, earning 5 points in their last 3 games. So 5 points out of a possible 6. They played the Jackets last night, 3-2 shootout loss. Goals by Bobby Brinko and Tippett. Number 5 for Brink, 13 for Tippett. Fedotov got the start, 26 of 28 shots. He stopped. Dude, man, let's talk about Morgan Frost, Noah Cates. What do you think of these two kids, man? They're finally playing a little better.
Yeah, man. Noah Cates, he's 19 points, plus 8 this season, 41 games. He's stepped it up the whole month, man. Like he's playing some big minutes, He's playing last 5 games. He's playing in that 18 to 19 minute range. He's getting moved up, and dude, he's getting like a point a game lately, and he's scoring goals. And that one, who did we play? Not before Columbus. Who was Florida?
Florida, yeah, Florida.
And he got 2 goals. Man, he's such a good defensive player. And I think this year, John wants him to try more and don't be scared to fail. Like try to score more, right? So, and he's doing that, man. So super stoked for him. And he's playing physical. He's blocking shots. He's doing everything. Yesterday, though, he did have that giveaway, which costed us a goal. So we probably could have won the game if that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. And Frost has been he's been picking it up, man. It's since he got benched, I think he got a fire lit under his ass, and he's been stepping it up. He's also 23 points in 41 games, hovering around that 12 to 18 minutes in the last 5 games. But yeah, he's scoring, man. So I'm happy for him. In terms of, we're going to be sellers probably if we're not going to, push for it here. But I do hope Farabee's been out for, I think, 3 games now.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right. And, I think he's got 14 points in 42 games, minus 14. Yeah, he's not having the best season. So, with him possibly going, Risto's been playing amazing. So it sounds like he's getting kind of a lot of people are interested in him, right? So, and Lawton's been great too, man. And some people want him to stay. I'm happy either way what we do, but it'd be nice to kind of add some new pieces, get some new blood, shake it up. But I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see the Flyers doing anything this year other than selling a couple players, right? Just selling. And not that I believe they should, because, I mean, they're right in the mix too, right? So, I mean, it would kind of be nice for them to add. But, I mean, I don't know. I think just the uncertainty at center and just kind of like who is the number 1, who's your number 2, like, sure.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, like Cates, he's got 12 points in his last 14 games. He's got 8 goals over that span. Frost, 11 points in his last 13, 6 goals over that, in those 13 games too. So, like, they're coming along, but I think it's way too early to really identify them as your 1 and 2 or, as your centers going forward. I'm not sure if they have faith in them. I know I know Tortorella's got a lot of he's really liking Cates' game right now, and he's using him in a lot of situations. But I mean, I don't know. Like, are they the future still? I don't know.
It's tough to say, man. Like, same with Couts. He goes from playing number 1 center. Now he's averaging 10 to 12 minutes a game.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. So, and you'll see a lot too when it comes to OT. He'll just do a face-off and get right back to the bench, right? And he's clutch on face-offs, no doubt about it. But yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, like, you're 32 years old, you're the captain, we just named you captain, and you're kind of regressing more than we'd like. Fast, yeah. So I don't know. It's tough. The center thing, man. There's no consistency with what's going on, and I feel like Michkov, he's playing maybe 14 to 15 minutes. Let's take a quick little look what he's playing on an average. So he's played 43 games. Yeah, so he's the last 5 games. So this season he's doing about 16 minutes total. But the last 5 games he's played from 13 to 17 minutes. Between 5 games. But I feel like he needs to play with, I think last game he was with Lixel. The guy that came up from the AHL. But I feel like he needs to play with Frost, Cates, and top 6. Just keep him up there, give him the minutes, let him find that rhythm. But yeah, he needs to play more. But he's also still finding his conditioning, right? Like, when you go from the KHL, you're playing 43 games plus playoffs?
Yeah,
right?
I don't even know. Maybe. Yeah.
So this is his first, and he's already playing that full season. So his conditioning, I think, could be better. Mm-hmm. He's not the fastest skater, right? And he's going to get better. Like, he's still, 19 years old?
Yeah, 19.
So, right? So, no, he's 20. Sorry, he just turned 20.
Okay.
Yeah, he just turned 20. But yeah, so it's tough. I think he's got a lot to learn, but I mean, I think what John wants is to score more in regulation, even though he is a clutch player. But either way, he's having a great season. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is classic Tortorella, and not in a bad way. It's one of those things where he's trying not to put too much on Matvei. I mean, because Tortorella can be tough, but he knows, he understands that Matvei Michkov is a very special piece to this rebuild or whatever, this retool, whatever's going on. He knows the importance of Matvei Michkov. Daniel Briere and Keith Jones, absolutely love the kid. They went to Russia, or they met him at the airport. Like this kid is, they have they have really high hopes for this kid, right? And they're not going to let John Tortorella step out of line in terms of his development and things like that. So I think everyone's on the same page. Probably, I'd imagine Matvei is as well. Like just understanding, they're going to limit him to those types of minutes, to that type of role, So that's fine. He's first year in the NHL. I mean, and he's still producing. He's still got points, and
he is. I feel though the biggest piece though is like the center is such a shit show because you have Ryan Poehling, who's also been amazing, man. Like the last few games I've watched him, he's such like that fourth line, Hathaway and Poehling, man, they are cleaning it up. And if I look at their stats, like let's look at Hathaway, +5, Poehling 0, and they both have 15 points. But man, Poehling's kind of moving up in terms of playing more ice time, right? So there's no consistency of who's playing with who. And that's the classic Flyers, consistency.
Do you think do you think this is what they're trying to do? Go ahead.
I don't know, but you remember the goalie situation? How you win a game. It's like, no, we're gonna put the other goalie in, and now they're playing goalies maybe 2 to 3 games in a row, which is great, and it's working. Right, Harrison's been better since he's been back. Yefedotov, he's been playing great, and now he's earned that backup spot. But when I look at the stats of Poehling, he's playing. 14 to 15, just under 15 minutes.
Wow.
But yeah, he's averaging 13 minutes this season. But 13 minutes, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. We need a center. And it's like with Couts there, what do you do? Because you're paying him X amount of dollars. And when Fletcher was here, Hextall. Was it Hextall? Yeah. There's just so many overpaid contracts, and it's like it sucks.
Yeah,
you have Fairby's kind of a little bit high. I feel like Couts is high. I don't know. So,
and I think you have
we need a center.
Yeah, you have Couts for another I think it's 6 years after this at $8 million or whatever it is, and it's rich. What would it take? Rich. What would it take for another team to want to take on Couturier at that contract?
Yeah,
even if the Flyers ate half of that salary, the other team still has to pay $4 million for the next 6 years for someone who does not produce.
I think you might get bought out. Unless he shapens it up and he's, your third, fourth line guy. But he does it all though. He's a great captain in terms of leadership. He fits all the roles. It's just
production.
He's just not producing, and maybe he's just production, right? So. It's the whole center thing is, and that's the thing with Dylan Cousins is available. Pettersson's available. It's okay, you got options, but then who are you going to give away? Is Tippett going to be going? Is Luchenko going? There's some pieces that you'd have to really consider, right? And I don't like Pettersson. I think he's not that guy. He doesn't fit the Philly role. Cousins, on the other hand, totally young. He's young. He's 6'4". He seems like a grittier player from when he first came in the league.
He is a gritty player, man. He is.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I remember back when there was possibility of getting Peyton Krebs. He's from Okotoks. Love him. He's a shit disturber. I love it.
I love that kid. But he's not a number one center.
No, he's not.
He's more of a fourth line, fourth line.
He is. But he's still developing. He's still young, and I think he will be, right? And a guy like Kirby Dach, man. Oh, I'd love to get a guy like Dach. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we need just a little more talent in the front end.
Yeah. Do you guys have I would love to get inside Daniel Briere's head. Honestly,
he must be stressing out, man, because they're in trouble.
You don't think he's got a plan? He must have a plan.
I sure hope
he better have a plan. He's a smart dude. A smart dude.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is he's going to be trading one of these goalies with a package, I think.
You think so?
Why wouldn't you?
Who are you going to...
I don't know. So the last game in Columbus, you had the Four Nations coach from Sweden because Allmark is now hurt. So why would this guy be here? He's watching Eriksson, right? Yeah. Eriksson had a spectacular game. That wasn't Columbus. That was Florida.
Right. Yeah, they shut them out. Right. Or was it a shutout? No, it was 3-2, 4-2?
4-3, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's... Yeah, I don't know. Mike Kolosov, man, he battles. He battles hard, man. And Fedotov, he's calm. He's looking calmer. And then Eriksson, can he stay healthy? You know?
Yeah, that's a big question mark.
You got 3. Yeah, so I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know.
Okay, here's an idea, okay? And I know Travis Konecny is having a phenomenal season. He's got 20 goals, 30
best year,
assists, 50 points,
projected
45.
95 points projected.
So, what if? Because before we've talked about this before, right? We've talked about this. You know, he was on the block at some point last year, the year before. Yeah. He's kind of came off the block for sure. What if he is the piece that gets you the center? Because at the end of the day, he's a little older than most of the guys, right?
27, I think.
Yeah, I mean, not that old, but like he's big maturing. Piece, right? He'd be a big piece. So what if you could use him to go get a center, a legit center, like a Pettersson? I don't see
like
that
a Cousins.
happening.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Pettersson, but I want a guy who's going to be getting, apples to apples. Can he fight? Is he gritty? Does he piss people off? Like he's a Matthew Tkachuk, right?
Yeah, But I just wonder if he's the only way you guys can get a number one center.
It's gonna be tough, man.
But Dylan Cousins wouldn't be enough for Konecny. Like that, no.
No, gosh, no.
No, you need a superstar coming back, like a bona fide number one center. I don't know how many of those are available right now. I don't think other than Pettersson.
There's not many. It's hard to find. Like I remember back in the day to find a good defenseman. It's tough. I forget it was a left shot or right shot defenseman. It was just unheard of.
Probably
now,
a right shot. Yeah.
I find right shot, and now they're coming in like better. Canada can't produce any goalies anymore, it seems. But, and yeah, maybe like you said, we have a lot of prospects, but I don't know. It's wait and see.
You got prospects, but you don't have like
we need development. We need people that are very developed.
More. Right.
Yeah, we need something that's, in the minors.
Kind of like what Montreal did, right? Like Montreal
totally.
When Montreal came, or Kent Hughes and Jim Gordon came, or Jim Gordon? Not Jim.
What we need, John, we need to win. We need to get number 1 2 years in a row like you guys did. That's what we need.
Well, we didn't get 2. We got Slav and then number 5, 2 number 5s. But we just got lucky with them at off. No, but like with the Jeff Gordon and Kent Hughes, their approach coming in, it wasn't necessarily to trade. When they got rid of our older guys, they didn't go out and get draft picks, and like they were like, we wanted guys a couple of years in the league, like 20 years old, 21,
exactly.
who are
that's who you should be looking for,
right? So then we went out and got Doc.
You want.
They went out, got New Hook, Heineman was 2 years in the league already, or 2 years after his draft, outside his draft. So like they were thinking it's guys who are a little closer than these 18-year-old kids that you're drafting. So
see, and that's what pisses me off. Like, why didn't you go after Broberg? Why didn't you go after Dylan Holloway? Like guys like that.
Yeah.
Early 20s, first rounders, they're going to be superstars,
Yeah, some GMs, I feel like they just don't want to do that. They don't want to
they're scared
to do the offer sheet, right?
Scared.
And
yeah.
I think it's
greasy.
Was just
it's greasy.
Whatever.
But you know what? It's a business, man.
It is.
You can't take it personal.
Yeah.
Right? So
let's move on from Philly, and we'll just do some quick notes around the NHL. Just quickly, just touch on a couple of things that have happened. John Taveras, he was injured at practice earlier today. This is Wednesday. He awkwardly fell near the boards. The team is hopeful that it isn't too serious. Unclear if he'll miss any time at this point, but it did look like something they were concerned about for sure. He's had a great start to the season, 20 goals, 22 assists, 42 points in 44 games. So hopefully for their sake, he's not out very long. I think the bigger news though today coming out of the NHL is the Pittsburgh Penguins, man, placed Tristan Jarry on waivers ahead of a 7-game road trip that begins Friday night in Buffalo. Dude, man, 29 years old, 8-7-4 record this season, 332 goals against, 886 save percentage. He's lost his last 5 starts. Kyle Dubas signed.
Love it.
He signed him to a 5-year deal, $5.375 million per in July 2023. So it's pretty fresh still. And on top of it, he's already spent some time in the minors this year. So, dude, man,
he's had a good record
in the minors?
Sorry. He's had a good record in the minors.
But what's going on with him, man? Well, why can't he? Like, man, he's got a cup, right?
Yeah,
what's going on with him, man?
I don't know, man. Like, he is it him or is it like the organization? You know, like Pittsburgh as a whole hasn't done that good. You know, they're not what they used to be. They're an older team. And, you know, you got 3 guys, Malkin, Letang, and Crosby, and then you have Carlson on top of that. Like, these guys are all, 35 plus? 35 to 38?
About that.
4 players that you're paying, what, 7 to 8 million? Yeah. More, maybe?
I mean,
right?
What's his name's playing? I don't know. What's his name?
I love that Dubas signed the contract in July. He's looking like a knob. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't really understand like the 5-year. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a lot of the players are getting kind of like the benefit of the doubt. You know, like these goalies.
Always win.
But like even
goalies
Dubas,
always win.
Even Dubas, like when he was in Toronto, he went after Matt Murray. Like he took Matt Murray off Ottawa Senators' hands and
and paid him
and just I don't know.
And he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt. Jerry's, and Jerry's, Pittsburgh chose Jarry over Matt Murray, and then Jarry is not very good, and they still got another 4 years of this guy. So like, what are they doing there? I don't know. It's kind of big news, but it's kind of like I've kind of known for a while this kid wasn't very good anymore. So does he turn it around? I really doubt it.
I hope so. I hope he does.
I mean, for sure. You want everyone to succeed, but
of course you do.
I don't really see it happening.
And it's tough. I mean,
unfortunate, but anyways,
it's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Anyways, we won't spend too much time on that. So just quickly, the Winnipeg Jets acquired defenseman Isaac Phillips from the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for Dmitry Kuzmin. That trade happened on Wednesday. Phillips, 23, scored. He's got 1 goal in 3 games with the Blackhawks this season. Has spent most of the year in the AHL. He was a 5th-round pick by the Blackhawks in 2020. Kuzmin was selected by Winnipeg in the 3rd round in 2021. 21 years old, 1 goal, 3 assists in 21 games with the Manitoba Moose in Winnipeg's AHL team. So not much of not a huge trade whatsoever, but just worth a quick mention. It's really worth a mention. You know what I mean? 2 very unimpactful players. But anyways, like here's some interesting stuff. I don't know if you've seen but Evgeni Malkin's house was broken into on Saturday. The same day they're playing the Ottawa Senators. So I guess these.
Sounds like an inside job, man. That sounds like an inside job. It sounds like an inside job.
You don't really have to be an inside job. All you got to do is just look at the NHL schedule.
I'd be looking at the cleaners, man. I'd be looking at the cleaners.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got. I'm sure they have cleaners. But a news station, KDKA TV, reported that his 3 Stanley Cup rings were among the items taken during the robbery. And this was, of course, all confirmed by the Penguins organization. So, dude, man, I'm sure those rings can be replaced. I'm sure that
Of course they are.
Make that happen. But, dude, how much do you think those are worth?
Well, should let's
before you look it up, guess.
Do you know what it is?
No, but I bet I'll guess anywhere from 10 to 15,000 a ring.
I'm gonna guess. Okay, I'm not sure what they consist of. I'm guessing it's gonna probably be gold with a couple carats. I'm gonna say $13.99.
$13.99. Okay. Well, I got 10 to 15. So if you want a more precise number, I'll go 27,000.
Fuck you! You can't say it. 20 to 25,000 per ring.
Wow. No wonder they were stolen.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that's sad though. You know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah you don't want. I mean, it's kind of scary, Thieves. Right? Like, I don't think anyone would feel very comfortable knowing that their house was broken into. I mean, just feeling safe in that house is probably just not. It's not. You're not going to feel super safe in that house going forward. You know, in a sense. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll ramp up security. Maybe get a security guard. Who knows? I'm sure he's got a very, very nice house, but very unfortunate inside job, eh? Maybe.
Well, it has to be. Come on, he's playing. I mean, when he's playing, they obviously must know he's a Pittsburgh Penguin
for sure.
They're hosting the Ottawa Senators. They know he's not home. He must not have a wife. Maybe, I don't know.
I think he does. But they probably go to the game, right?
But how would someone just know that, randomly break in at 7:00 p.m. on a weekday?
Well, funny enough, though, this is not the first time an athlete, and I wish I would have written this down, but it was an NFL player, and I'm not sure if it was in Pittsburgh, but it was like a couple of weeks.
Inside job.
I don't even know if it was a couple of weeks ago. I should have written this down, but this happened to an athlete previously. The same kind of thing on a game day. Boom, someone goes into their house. So like, I don't know.
Shit. That's rough, man. Yeah. Well,
you think with all the security cameras everywhere this day and age, it'd be hard to make that happen, right? To pull that off.
Well, people talk. I don't know. I think the buyer has to be someone pretty discreet to want something like that.
Dude,
I don't know.
That's a good point. That's a great point, because who the hell would buy that?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be black market. It has to be like underground.
There's a market. Yeah, there's someone that wants it. I think they're going to get it.
You would have to think that the same person who stole the football rings, or if that's what it was, I'm not sure. Again, I should have looked more into it. But if it's the rings, then it's probably the same buyer.
Of course. I'd say it's going to be,
Look at us, cracking cases over here.
I just watch TV.
Yeah. You watch enough Law and Order, you figure shit out. Anyways.
The Town, Inside Man.
Yeah, so Evgeni Malkin, unfortunate situation. We hope he gets his rings back. I'm sure he will get he'll get them back either way, if they're new rings or the originals. But yeah. Too bad. All right, dude. Before we end this show, I thought we would just go through, and maybe we'll do the West next pod, but we'll do the East this week. But let's go through the wild card. Let's see the teams fighting for the wild card, and kind of want to see what kind of teams you're leaning towards, or who you think are going to make the wild card. Okay, so I'll go through them quickly, and then you just kind of tell me how you think. Wild card 1 right now, it's the Boston Bruins. They've played 46 games, more than most of the teams here. 49 points. The second wild card belongs to the Blue Jackets. They got 44 games played, 48 points. They are playing very, very well right now. Ottawa Senators third, so like they're just outside, 43 games. Canadiens 43 games, Senators 47 points, Montreal 46, so Montreal's 2 points back. Red Wings 43 games played, 44 points. The Flyers 44 points, Penguins 44 points, Rangers 43. The Flyers have played 45 games, Penguins 46. So the Rangers have played 43. So the Rangers aren't completely out of it. They're really not.
No, they're not, man. They're in it, man. They're in it like anybody else. Well, we have, 3, 6. We have 8 games remaining in the month of January. My projection is that we're out of the 8 games, we're going to gain 11 points in that.
That's with the Flyers.
So, yeah, man. 11 points in 8 games. I think we can do it.
11 points in 8 games. That's all you're looking for?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I think we can
11 of 16. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So I think we can beat the Islanders, shootout loss to Detroit, beat the Red Wings, beat the Rangers, beat the Islanders, lose to the Devils, and then probably hopefully get an overtime loss or win against the Devils and hopefully get a win against the Islanders again. So I mean, it's all the Eastern Conference in the Metro we're playing.
So big games, yeah.
Oh, huge games for everybody.
Yeah,
it's gonna be some playoff hockey. They're gonna be bringing up the big boys. Delorier will be back next game, I think so. Yeah, get ready, man.
All right,
get tuned in.
If you knock off 3 teams that you think are not gonna be in a wild card spot. Of the teams that I've given you, Bruins, Blue Jackets, Senators, Canadiens, Red Wings, Flyers, Penguins, Rangers, name me 3 that are out for sure, not going to make it.
I think Rangers are out. I think Penguins are out. And I think, obviously, I'm going to cheer for my Flyers, obviously. But I think the Blue Jackets are going to fall off.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
My 3, Rangers, Penguins, Bruins. I don't see the Bruins. I think the Bruins are done. They've had the most games played. Them and the Pittsburgh Penguins have both played 46 games. I think once everybody catches up to the amount of games played, I think the Bruins will fall out. So those are my 3. The Blue Jackets, man. I don't know. Do you know what's funny though? What's going to be super funny if this happens? And I mean, it's not funny for me, but it's going to be funny for like Blue Jacket fans. Mm-hmm. After Patrick Laine just completely ripped the organization, saying that that like, you know, he didn't want to play for a team that was out of the playoffs by December, and they were thinking about next year already. It's gonna be hilarious if for them, not me, if Montreal Canadiens miss the playoffs and Columbus makes the playoffs.
Ooh.
I would think that someone in that organization would come out publicly and say something about it.
Of course they will. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? As the captain of the Blue Jackets, I just want to dedicate this interview to Patrick Laine.
Yeah. Yes. As he heads back to Finland for the summer, we will be preparing for round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Absolutely.
That'd be funny, though.
Yeah. And you know what? I am rooting for the Columbus Blue Jackets for the Goodrow brothers.
Yeah, I think that would be a good story,
and the family.
Right?
And you know what? You know, let's change that. You know, I'm cheering for the Blue Jackets. Let's put them back in.
Put them back in. They're back in. Jackets are back in.
Put them back in. We're taking the Bruins out.
Okay. Bye, Bruins. You know what? That would be a good story for sure.
I'm cheering for the Goodrows, the family, and the Columbus organization. So yeah, I'm gonna put them back in, man. And yeah, the Blue Jackets, they're banging, man. Like Zach Werenski, man. Fuck, he is a stud. He's a stud, man. Like, they got so many good pieces right now, and I think they're all motivated to win for the Goodrow family and also for what Patrick Laine said. Yeah, I think they have a fire lit, and they want to keep it going. So, yeah.
I like that.
I'm cheering for him.
All right.
Yeah. But Mathieu Olivier, he's having a banger year. And I hope I think we might be done playing them this year. I'm not too sure. I think we are, actually.
Yeah. I mean, in an ideal world, though.
Yeah.
Montreal Canadiens and the Philadelphia Flyers, the wild card spots.
Oh, my God.
That would be sweet. I'd like that, too. Yeah. But
April. Yeah.
So you think you're gonna keep the Blue Jackets in there? What about
keep them in?
And then you're gonna take the Flyers.
I'm taking the Flyers.
So you don't think
I'm taking the Blue Jackets. Mm-hmm. I'm taking Blue Jackets out, Penguins out, and Rangers out.
So you don't think Montreal is gonna make the playoffs?
I think they're gonna make playoffs. Yeah.
So then, who do you think Philadelphia is gonna make the playoffs?
I do.
And you think the Blue Jackets are gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah. Am I missing one? Do I have to take one more guy out?
No, I just think you have too many teams in the playoffs.
Okay, well then I'm taking and the Red Wings out. Sorry,
but you still only have 2 wild card spots.
Okay, well maybe the Bruins. Oh fuck, you're right. I fucked up.
Okay. Columbus, you're back out. Montreal, you're Philly.
Oh, you're right. I forgot that they're in our conference. That's funny, man.
Yeah,
it's late. It's not that late. It's only 10:30. But no. Okay. I don't know. Okay, it's a soft spot. I'm cheering for them.
Exactly.
You know, obviously, let's just see how it plays out. Okay, but yeah, I'm rooting for my boys. South Philly, let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Well, you know what? I think that does it for another episode of the Barely Onside Podcast. Thanks for listening, watching. Please follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Barely Onside Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also listen to us on Spotify.